Focus now. When you quiet your soul, you'll hear God's whisper. This moment isn't ordinary. Don't ignore it. It carries divine weight. Right now, your spirit is being stirred for something profound. This moment was meant for you. It's not a coincidence. Your journey has brought you here for a reason. What's happening inside your heart isn't just stress. It's your spirit awakening to something greater. Each challenge you faced was part of the design, the detours, the heartbreak, the delays. They were meant to shape you. Listen carefully. This message is confirmation. You are not alone. You are stepping into answered prayers. You're the one chosen to break cycles, rewrite the narrative, and heal generations. You've carried pain, but now you will carry purpose. The time is now. You've been prepared for this. Before we go deeper, thank you to every supporter. Your kindness, prayers, and generosity, including those who give through Super Thanks, make a difference. You are helping spread light to those who may have missed this message otherwise. If this touches your soul, comment 77 to affirm your connection with God's calling. Subscribe, because these aren't just words. They're invitations to transform into your highest self starting now. It's time to tap into the potential God has placed within you. The version of you that's coming isn't chasing titles or applause. Real elevation isn't about popularity, it's about spiritual depth. True fulfillment isn't found in applause, but in private moments of surrender. The world chases likes, God desires character. Growth comes from depth, not display. Humility is what opens heaven's doors. Why is the road to purpose often rough? Because God molds us through resistance. Before you rise, you must be rooted. He builds your identity before he expands your influence. Think about it. No structure can stand without a foundation. The same is true spiritually. Your trials may actually be preparing you for triumph. Joseph's journey to the palace began in a pit. David was hunted before he wore the crown. God refines through fire. Your present struggle may be the soil where your future blessing grows. Suffering is only temporary, glory lasts. Even outside of Scripture, we see this. Nelson Mandela endured isolation before leading a nation. Could your silent battles be preparing you to lead with compassion and wisdom? Faith is most powerful when you can't see the finish line. God's plan matures you inside out. That requires deeper devotion, purer intentions, and consistent alignment with higher values. Spiritual growth means becoming someone who radiates divine love and wisdom. It's about transformed perspectives, not just better habits. Are you ready to walk in who you were meant to be? Your discomfort isn't punishment, it's birthing something sacred. That tightness in your chest is the stretching of your soul. Just like the Israelites followed the cloud, you too are being redirected. Maybe you're feeling pressure because your old world can't hold your new spirit. Just like a baby outgrows the womb, you're outgrowing who you were. And that's beautiful. You're letting go of fear, doubt, and compromise. Like Jacob, who wrestled for his name to be changed, you are emerging stronger. Who you're becoming is bolder, braver, and more faithful. The old mindset can't walk into the future God has for you. The places you used to hide won't fit your destiny. The behaviors that once numbed your pain won't survive in your next level. I see a new version of you awakening. Can you feel it? God is stirring something fresh. An expansion of your gifts, your reach, your vision. But to rise, you must release what's behind. This elevation isn't just about a promotion, it's about a divine purpose. Consider Michelle Obama. Before the world knew her, she left prestige to serve communities. She refused to let fear limit her purpose. God is calling you higher, not just to succeed, but to serve. Will you retreat to safety or step into your assignment? The next part requires not just inspiration, but responsibility. This shift asks for more than belief. It asks for movement. You're not just being uplifted, you're being trained for something sacred, something vital. You are being made ready. Let's look at how to move forward. There are keys to unlocking what God has prepared. The first, letting go of what's familiar. growth won't happen in your comfort zone. You'll be pulled away from old habits, environments, and distractions. It's not to harm you, but to align you. Holding on to what was keeps you from what can be. Like a climber who must leave the base to reach the summit, you must release what's easy to rise. Many want the blessing but fear the process. What do you need to lay down? Have you been nudged to walk away from something? A job, a person, a mindset? It's not about loss. It's about making space for the new. God prunes us so we can bear more fruit. Jesus didn't always give explanations. Sometimes he just said, "Follow me." And people dropped everything. Their nets, their comfort, their plans. Why? Because purpose was calling. That's more than leaving a job. That's letting go of identity, of guarantees, of what made sense. It's choosing obedience over predictability. Your turn is now. Think about Jim Carrey. He wrote himself a massive check when he was broke. He acted on faith, leaving survival behind. What belief are you clinging to? What risk are you avoiding? You can't carry old burdens into new blessings. The climb is too steep. The weight is too heavy. To receive what God is handing you next, your hands must be free. He's whispering, "Come higher. I've got more for you." Will you let go to go forward? The next key is discipline. Growth isn't about inspiration, it's about dedication. You can't rely on feelings. Emotions fade. But discipline builds destiny. You must pray when you don't feel like it. Serve when it's inconvenient. Trust when it's dark. Your emotions might resist, but your calling requires perseverance. Even Jesus, facing agony, chose obedience, not comfort. Can you do the same? Discipline is the bridge between hearing the call and completing the mission. It's not glamorous, but it's powerful. It's faith in motion. It's consistency over convenience. It's studying even when you're tired. It's worshiping before the breakthrough. It's obeying when no one sees. This is how greatness is forged, not in spotlight, but in surrender. Consider Serena Williams. Her success didn't come from talent alone, but from relentless training. She showed up day after day, whether she felt like it or not. That's the kind of dedication purpose demands. Will you wait for motivation or move in obedience? The third and final key, unshakable faith. Faith isn't just belief, it's action without clarity, movement without a map. It's walking when you can't see, trusting when you don't know. Hebrews says faith is being sure of what we hope for, certain of what we don't see. In Scripture, the greatest moments came from uncertain steps. Abraham left his homeland with no plan. Peter walked on water with just a word. Mary accepted the impossible with courage. They didn't wait for full understanding, they just trusted the voice. Are you waiting for all the answers or moving because you believe? Elon Musk launched ventures with no guarantees, only vision. That's the kind of faith your journey needs. Not assurance, just confidence in God's presence. Faith means going without proof, just direction. Sometimes your spirit feels restless, not because something's wrong, but because something's being birthed. This restlessness is a signal. You want more. Sermons don't fill you like before. Worship seems too shallow. You're craving depth, not routine. That's not boredom. That's spiritual maturity. Just like your body needs richer food as it grows, your spirit now wants deeper truth. You're called to grow beyond surface level, to think differently, live differently, discern differently. That hunger is divine. Don't silence it, follow it. It might make you feel alone, but that's because you're evolving. Like Daniel, who rejected the king's food, you're setting yourself apart for a reason. He fasted while others feasted and gained wisdom that shook empires. Could your desire for more be the beginning of a divine assignment? C.S. Lewis once described a longing no worldly pleasure could satisfy. That longing led him to God, and his writings still impact millions. What does your spiritual hunger reveal? It means God is growing you, training you to not just see what's right, but what aligns with his heart. That discomfort you feel, that isn't emptiness, it's transition. You're not breaking down, you're leveling up. Feed your soul with truth, prayer, and purpose. There's another sign you're being called higher. Time feels precious. You're suddenly aware of how short life is. Trivial things lose value. Your spirit begins to prioritize purpose. You sense the urgency, not fear, but focus. Time isn't just passing, it's speaking. It's pushing you toward what matters most. Scripture says it's time to wake up. Your salvation is closer than ever. That's why old habits are falling away. They no longer fit the mission. You start asking deeper questions. Will this choice move me forward or hold me back? You no longer live for the moment, you live for the legacy. You begin valuing what lasts over what feels good. That urgency inside, it's divine. Paul once said his life meant nothing except finishing his mission. That's the mindset of a purpose-driven life. Chadwick Boseman had it. Even in pain, he kept creating. He didn't waste time because he understood purpose. He said that divine purpose always prevails. Can you feel the same urgency? A shift in your habits? A desire to focus? That's not pressure, it's preparation. God is awakening you because something eternal is on the line. Will you answer the call or stay in what's comfortable? The door to destiny is open. Will you walk through it?